Yo boys, what up and welcome to the stream. It's your boy FPL Josh and I'll apologise with how late we are today. We've literally just had to sort out Twitch and OBS. But we are back up and running, so we should be all good. We should be all good for today. So obviously we've only got 20 minutes left of the deadline, so this is going to be a short coverage of what I've done. The only real moves I have literally just made was I have put De Bruyne to Bruno for a hit. I've done that this week. Almiron's benched. Mitrovic is benched. Recommend Mitro benched. Almiron, I'm still debating whether I want to go heads in with two Newcastle defenders. I might play Almiron versus West Ham and bench Botman. That's the big dilemma. I could play Ward versus Aston Villa, but I just don't see that as a great option. I feel Kepa could keep a clean sheet. I don't feel Mitrovic is going to score. I might get backlashed, but be one of those. But obviously we'll switch Mitrovic with Almiron. Not like any of those won't start. I think if I was going to be ballsy, maybe I could go Mitrovic there and say he scored, but with his last couple of games, I've got a feeling saying I can't see a goal coming from him. So maybe we go into Almiron. But it's a bit of a hard decision at the moment of what we're doing. It's whether we're going to go for two Newcastle and double up and hopefully get two clean sheets out of it, or rely on Almiron goal. But I think relying on a Newcastle clean sheet is a lot better than relying on an Almiron goal. I can't see Newcastle not keeping a clean sheet, personally. So I could see a clean sheet for Kepa, clean sheet Trippier, clean sheet Botman, a clean sheet for White, and two clean sheets for Shaw. I'm expecting Shaw to pick up 18 points this week, so I'm expecting 42 at the back. I'm expecting Rashford to get 2 goals and 3 bonuses in each games with his minutes, so he's going to get a 20-pointer, which is hence why I've just rated him above Shaw. Bruno's going to get about 15. Mane's going to maybe get an assist, probably just blank and get a clean sheet. Odegaard should get a goal or assist. Haaland will get a goal, and Kane will get a goal this week, I reckon. This week's going to be about a 98 pointer, I think. De Bruyne's going to probably blank this week, but Bruno's going to come away with like 15 points and get a goal in each game, or an assist in each game, because he is quite reliable at the moment, Bruno Fernandes. He's on the top of the ball quite a lot, and he's playing amazing football for me. And I just can't see anyone else playing better than him at the moment. I apologise for my sore throat today, guys. But yeah, no, I can't see anyone playing better than him at this current moment in time. So yeah, it's really hard, because if you've got De Bruyne, obviously you can take the risk like I've done and do Bruno in for De Bruyne for a hit or a transfer, and then bring De Bruyne back in next week from Bruno Fernandes, which more than happily you can do that, which is what I'm definitely going to do. And then obviously the week after that's game week 24, so Botman's going to be coming out, and Almiron will probably more or less be coming out as well. And that's when it gets tricky, because I've got to try, or I can bring Botman out and bring Rashford out. You know, there's a couple options there. Or I could bring Shaw and Rashford out and 2 others in, but I can't really see myself bringing Rashford out, even though we've got that blank, just because I know I'd want him after the blank. So it's quite hard at the moment to decide what I'm doing. It's really hard to judge around that game week 25 blank, because when you've got Newcastle, Man United blanking, the way I see it is I've got 6 players here blanking. Right, I've got a 15-man squad. I'm going to be missing 2 players. So either Almiron Botman goes, or Shaw Almiron goes, or Rashford Botman goes. That's how I'll judge it for that game week 25. And obviously Bruno's going to De Bruyne next week, so that's not a big deal for now. Because I'd only have 2 Man United and 5 Newcastle technically. So actually, I wouldn't have 6. As I'm saying right now, I'd have 5. So I'd actually, with De Bruyne, I'd be on 10 men, so I'd only need to make 1 transfer out really. But I could do it over a period of time, 2 transfers maybe, and go Almiron out the 1 week to just someone for bench, and then do Botman to someone better, Rashford to someone better, or Shaw to someone better, depending on what I'm looking at. I mean, I could easily just do Shaw to Rico Lewis, if I feel that's a decent move. I could even hold Bruno Fernandes really, but I think game 23 Leeds again is very good, but the fact that City have a double, De Bruyne's got the double, I can't see myself not bringing De Bruyne back in. But Bruno is having a good form, so I might be tempted to bring Rico Lewis in, because I am quite sure City gets a clean sheet versus Aston Villa, and possibly gets a clean sheet versus Arsenal, but it's mostly unlikely. Arsenal, Odegaard and Martinelli is going to come out with massive hauls game week 23. White should get one clean sheet minimum. Obviously, still hard to judge. I still think this is going to be about a 90-point team this week. Hopefully a little bit better than last week. But again, like I said, it's hard to judge. We had 83 last week, so that was quite a good score. I used my triple captain the week before last week on Haaland, obviously. So Rashford triple captain this week is going to bite my rank in the arse a bit. But I think we can suck it up. It's like 10 points and we'll just have to replenish the points back through Bruno Fernandes and Shaw and Kane. Just replenish the points back a bit more. Obviously he's 26% owned, but Bruno's only 14. So because Bruno's not significantly massively owned, same with Botman and same with White 13.8, yeah. And Kepa's, as far as I'm aware, still under 10%. Yeah, 7.4. So you've still got all those differentials, really, because Kepa I class as a differential because not many people have got him. 7.4% have got him. So the other 92.6% are all in other different goalkeepers. Most are on Pope. So it tells you that Kepa's performing well. It is boosting my rank a lot, which is fair. And I'm not going to argue with that. He's been pretty damn good for me at the moment. So he's kind of the reason why I'm where the rank is right now. He's been playing good. But yeah, no. This is what we're lining up with. I can't really see myself changing it. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Almiron on the bench could be a really, really big risk, but the fact he's blanked in the last 4 games kind of indicates to me that I can't really see him doing much versus West Ham. He'll definitely play versus Bournemouth for me, but I just think it's hard to judge. What up, Slay? I'm debating whether I'm playing Almiron or Botman, but I'm probably going to play Botman because I can't see West Ham scoring versus Newcastle on the weekend, so I just feel Botman and Trippier offer 2 clean sheets. Almiron offers goal potential, more bonus, but then you're taking that risk of him scoring or assisting when Botman's really a guaranteed clean sheet, so it's quite hard to judge, but then they both don't get clean sheets. I want Almiron, so it's like, yeah, what am I going to do? Bit of an annoying situation to be in. I could bench Ben White, but that's not even going to be worth it. It just depends on going to start again. Yeah, no, team's looking good. I'm just going to decide. Mitchell, for me, is benched because I can't see Mitchell scoring versus you tonight, to be honest with you. I think Chelsea's going to win that game 1-0 or it's going to be a draw. I can see a Kepa clean sheet and some bonus points in there for me. So I think Kepa's going to carry on with his 9 pointers, if you ask me. I think I'll get a nice little haul out of him. And I think Trippier and Botman should get clean sheets, and Botman and Trippier should pick up bonus points in that game. White will get a clean sheet, and I think Shaw's going to get an 18-pointer this week. Hence why I was debating captaining Shaw Rashford, because I think we're going to get a clean sheet versus Crystal Palace and Leeds. We're going to keep it clean. Shaw's going to get bonus points of 3 in each game. He might get assists or goals. I'm debating captaining him because it could be a very, very big punt, but if it works out the way I think it is, it's going to be a true mental rank game for me. But I could captain Bruno as well. Did you take a hit for De Bruyne to Bruno? I was saying just that my plan is to go De Bruyne to Bruno this week for a hit like I've done, which I've done it, and I'm going to go Bruno Fernandes back into De Bruyne next week, and then the week after that I'm going to get another Newcastle player out, probably Almiron, and then the week after that I'll be alright and I won't need to get rid of anyone else because I'll be able to cover the blanks game week 25. And I'll have 2 transfers going into game week 26, which I think I'd rather have 2 transfers going into game week 26. Personally for me, because those 2 transfers in game week 26 could be very, very crucial, because that's what sets your team up then for the next couple of weeks. And then when you get to game week 29 and you hit the wild card, that's when things start looking good. I love Mahrez's form. I could have Mahrez instead of De Bruyne for the double game week. Free up money from Bruno and then possibly go big somewhere else with the money. But yeah, I'll most likely go back into De Bruyne. Mahrez is one of those things where it's a punt. If he plays well, then fair. If he keeps playing the way he is, then I think that's a fair comment and it's a good pick. But at the same time, it's a bit of a 1 pep rotation, 2 it could be a knee jerk. KDB's consistent starting every game. He could easily come out and score a 15-point hold in a double week, especially versus Villa. You know, I know they've got Arsenal, but that Villa fixture for me is gold dust. Yes, I get what you're saying, but the point is, having 2 premiums is just one of those things. It's just that I don't really think there's much more you can get with the money if you was to save it. There's not really no Cancelos, you don't want Robertsons, you don't want your Arnolds, you don't want really a lot of the 8 mil midfielders because your Odegaards, Martinelli's and Rashfords are better right now. You know, I just really can't see anywhere you'd be putting the money other than KDB. Unless you're going to save some in the bank, but for me, I think I'd just go straight back into KDB if you do a hit from KDB to Bruno Fernandes this week. For me, guys, I would definitely hit KDB to Bruno this week. I think it's a phenomenal move. You're guaranteed 4 points. Worst case, KDB's going to blank in that Tottenham game, by the way. I can guarantee it. So he's going to get 2 points because I can't see him doing anything in that Tottenham game. And then Bruno's going to come out with a goal and assist in each game. Not in each game, sorry. A goal and assist between the 2 games. To be honest, I think people are just dropping off Martinelli. And I think it's wrong that everyone's just going, Martinelli's, you know, he's had a couple bad weeks. You know, he's still performed. Yes, he's had these 3 blanks here, but then you look, he's still performed. So he's had 25 points, right, in 4 weeks since the restart. That's still an average. Well, he's had 4 weeks, yes. So that's an average of like 5.2 points per week. So if you think that's bad for Martinelli, then bloody hell. Well, actually no, it's 4.5 points a week. Yeah. But anyway, if you think that 5.5 points a week, sorry. If you think that's bad for Martinelli, then yeah. He hasn't blanked 4 times in a row. As far as I'm aware, he's blanked 3, hasn't he? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. He's not blanked 4 times. He blanked 21, 20, and 19. Right? But then you look at this form, right? He had a couple blanks here and there. And then he picks up form again, 1, 2, 3. Not great weeks. And then all of a sudden he picks up a 12, blank, 8, 6, 8, 10. So I think for me, he's going to get something versus Everton. He will definitely get something versus Everton. So I would not recommend anyone getting rid of him or blanking it. Or transfer him out, for me. But yeah, it's a hard one to judge. 3 is still a lot for someone who's 6 mil, lad. I can't justify anyone not owning Martinelli, to be honest. Unless he was being replaced by Trossard, which I can't see happening. I wouldn't even consider selling him. The only move I could even think about doing would be him to Trossard if Trossard actually starts, but I can't see that happening. And I just think people are underestimating how good Martinelli is. And they're just thinking, okay, he's earned all these points, he's going to do jack crap like Almiron. He's not going to be in the same situation as Almiron. And I have a gut feeling Almiron will score this week, but it's like, Botman, Almiron. Do I go safe? Do I go risky? You know, it's hard. I think with the way West Ham are playing, it wouldn't be a bad idea to play Almiron. But it's who I bench for him. Matoma's good. I'd like Matoma myself, but I just can't justify bringing him in now, considering he blanks in 25, and it's another player I've got to try and get out for 25. I can't justify it. And I was going to bring him out when I was going to bring March in that week, but I just can't justify having another Brighton player, and I said that the same thing weeks ago. Yes, people who earn these points, but then people who have to take hits when they've got 3 Newcastle, 3 United, a Brighton player, you know, and they've got to get some out, they've got to take transfers, they've got to take hits. Then they're losing some points anyway, and they've took a hit to get the players in, and then your whole team's in shambles because you're trying to figure things out, then you're missing players for game week 25, and I can't justify being in a bad situation game week 25. I'm going to have 11 players, I'm still going to have Rashford. I'm still going to have Shaw. Still going to have Trippier. And I've probably one of them on a Botman. Well, one or the other. But point is, it's going to be a good fixture. Why bring him in? Right. Here's what I'm going to tell you, right? Right, this is the way I look at my team, okay? If I put Mitrovic, Rashford, Almiron, obviously not there, and then Patterson there, I'd have Short, Botman, Trippier, who would blank game week 25, right? Because I'd be on 8 players. I do Bruno to De Bruyne next week for the double on my free transfer. That puts me to 9 players for game week 25. Game week 24, Trippier will stay, obviously, and Botman will go to someone for game week 24, or Almiron will go out. Almiron will probably go out game week 24, and then Botman or Shaw will go out game week 25, and then I'll have a full 11. I've still kept Rashford, I've still kept Mitrovic. Still got a good team, still got the players I want, and I've avoided blanks. And I'm going to have an easy 15-point haul off Bruno, which will pay off anyway for the -4. So for me, I can justify Bruno Fernandes. And if it backfires, I'll suck it up and I'll take it on the chin. Because I can justify that Bruno Fernandes hit for me. Hence why I've done it. I can justify it. Because like everyone's like, oh, Martinelli blanks. Like De Bruyne's blanked. Mahrez has blanked a couple games. You know, Bruno's even blanked a couple games. Rashford's blanked a couple games before the restart. You know, everyone has their spell. Rashford was blanking for ages. Then he started picking up form. Players pick up form. Players stop form. Players pick up form. That's the way the cycle works. I can't see Martinelli dropping in form for me. He's just had a couple unlucky weeks. He still looked good. He still had great shots. He still had a great XG and XGI. I can't see him not scoring or getting an assist in that Everton game. And you can all come back and tell me I'm wrong after, if I am, but I can't see it happening. For me, he's going to score in that game every single day of the week. We are only 7 minutes till deadline, boys, so everyone make sure you get your teams in now. If you've got any transfers or subs or anything you're switching, just do it now, because if you wait too late, you're going to end up getting kicked off the site. So just make sure you boys do it now. And by the way, we are on 1,039,000 overall, which I said would be about the top 1 mil, so we're not too far off the top 1 mil. Oh, we're just ready for Rashford triple captain to ruin my freaking week. I'm just waiting for it. Well, hopefully Kepa keeps a clean sheet, like I said tonight. Knowing my luck, flipping Mitrovic will go and score a freaking hat-trick now, bench him, but oh well. People are saying he's going to punish everyone. I just can't see it happening, you know. You can say the same thing with Mitrovic today, to be fairness. Look at Mitrovic's form. Like, you want to talk about Martinelli, right? But look at Mitrovic's form. 2, 0, 0, 5, 0, 15, 0, 0, 1. Yeah? 27% owned. So, for me, Martinelli's justable, Mitrovic is justable, even with those blanks, because they can still turn up in any game, because that's how good they are. So, when people start slagging people off, professional footballers, who don't have a clue what they're on about, that's what gets on my nerves. Is when people start saying, oh, these are crap FPL assets, blah, blah, when they don't have a clue what they're saying. Good. I'm set to go as well. I'm assuming you've benched Almiron and Mitrovic. I'm assuming. As well as Ward and Bruno, obviously. If you've still got Bruno on the bench. I don't know who Ward's got this week, actually. But yeah, no. What have you made? What transfers you done this week, Slay, anyway? Have you put Bruno in? Have you put Matoma in? What you done? No. You haven't benched Mitrovic and Almiron. So what have you done then? Are you playing Almiron or are you benching him? I'm still deciding whether I'm going to play Almiron or not right now. I told you weeks ago there'd be blanks in game week 25. I've known they're going to be blanks in game week 25 for the past flipping 3 weeks. I went to Odegaard and a -4 for Bruno from KDB. Fair enough, Odegaard's a good pick. Odegaard's a great pick. I bought Odegaard in last week for Andreas just for this week. And then obviously this week, I bought him in this week for Andreas and I took a hit for Bruno. So, my team is looking quite good. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I think the difference that we've got is like you've got Ben Mee and I've got Botman. Wait, actually, no, I don't think you've got an Arsenal defender, have you? No, you haven't got an Arsenal defender, so I've got White instead. But White versus Everton and White in a double. It's just a no-brainer. So that is the week where I will pick up more points than White pretty easily for me. White will pick up more points than me, sorry. It's nice when you've got two Bens together. Oh, Jesus Christ. Tell you something, Slave. Flipping out, we did go-karting today, right? I went off the flipping barrel of the tyre, straight into the flipping backboard. Car spun around and the flipping go-kart went straight forward and kept on going. Flipping hilarious. Bench mission playing with me. Yeah, Ben Mead is Southampton. Like I said, it's quite a good pick. Don't be surprised though if Southampton score versus Brentford. By the way, Ben Mead blanks in 25 and all. You're in a worse situation than me anyway. Oh yeah. Joe though, I won and I went into the backboard like 3 times because of flipping oil with the track, and I went around the corner and my go-kart was being so faulty, you know, because I spun around the back, sped up the side, and my go-kart went straight into the back tyre of the tyres. It was hilarious. Hello Fabio, you're a bit late, ain't you, mate? You got 3 minutes, so if you've done your team, you'll be alright, but if not, you ain't looking too good. I would have the webcam on, boys, but I'm currently chilling, so we'll get it on next time we do the stream. But it's all good. Ugh. I had a freaking pain, you know, updating OBS. I was supposed to be streaming a flipping hour earlier than this, but freaking OBS I had to update. Then I had to go and sort some stuff out. Then I had to update Twitch. Then I had to update the servers. It was doing my head in. Oh yeah, sorry. I already saw that, Fabio. Didn't I? Yeah, no, Fabio. I've seen that video like 3 flipping times, bro. And I think that's a bit disrespectful that you're saying he looks like me. Mate, that's disrespectful. Man's in a flipping Ajax shirt, bro. That's just disrespect. I know, man. That's just disrespectful, man. Like, at least if you were gonna do that, he's got to be in a United shirt, bro. Because that's just disrespectful. And the fact it's coming from a flipping City fan, glory hunting as well, makes it even worse. Like, no, it ain't. It isn't me, Fabio, bro. Mate, I ain't that flipping ugly, lad. Jesus. don't know where you got that from, bro. Oh man. Honestly though, that's what I expect from Slay. That, you know, flipping coming in with some Chelsea rubbish, and then bragging about teams and stuff, bro. Nah, I'm only joking, Fabio, bro. I found it quite funny myself, to be honest. I was being sarcastic, lad. It's alright. How's your team for this week anyway, Fabio? Obviously everyone, you're locked in now because deadline, but how's everyone's team? Let's refresh the page. Sorry about that, guys. Just refresh the page. Yeah. We are locked, boys. We will be staying on the stream for a bit, so we can chat and all that stuff for now. I am going to go and watch the Chelsea game though, because I need to see. I haven't got my Twitter on the thing, but I can. I'll tell you what. I'll sort my Twitter account out for this in the week, and I'll set it all up on my computer for next stream. I just haven't had the time today. Nah. Anyway, this is why Slay doesn't say anything, as I was saying, because he's a Chelsea fan. So it's all good. Spending 690 million or something stupid, or whatever you spend, 500 million or whatever, on a bunch of players who are going to do jack crap for your club. No offence, Slay, because you're useless. You'll probably win versus Fulham, but in general, you're useless. Your team's useless, and you spent 120 or whatever million on flipping Enzo Fernandez, which was an extra 70 million. And I got taken the mick out of by you for Anthony, and you've spent an extra flipping 50 million than we did on Anthony. Ludicrous, that is, bro. Flipping ludicrous. World class lad, mate. apart from Fernandez, which you overpaid for, like I've just said, by a mile. Not really. Not really, bro. Mate, I can't wait till we flipping sign Kane in the summer, bro. I cannot wait till we sign Kane in the summer. Because I will be flipping buzzing, bro. Because he just jack crap for England, but always does good for clubs, so he should do pretty well. That'll be a typical Harry Kane, bro. Just because he was in the World Cup winning team doesn't make him worth 120 million. So, I really think that's ridiculous. Mudryk, I agree. I don't think he was overpriced. I think he's a good player, yes. Do I think you should have paid 120 million for Enzo Fernandez? No. He's brilliant, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't worth the money. Fair enough, he's a class player and he'll do really well for Chelsea. Fair enough, Slay. But he's just not worth that amount of money. I don't care what anyone says. You can't justify that. You know, it's not like you're flipping buying Messi or Ronaldo in their prime. You can't justify 120 million in the player. I think it's ridiculous. I really do. It's like saying, I don't flipping know, Emi Martinez, because he was in the World Cup squad. You know what I mean? Someone's going to go and pay him 180 million to join somewhere. Yeah, you can't base it off the World Cup. Mate, Joe what? Joe Felix, yeah, I was about to say that. Flipping Fabio writ it before me. Joe Felix, bargain. Except for the fact he got a red card on his first day. But well, first week. But apart from that, fair enough, he's good. But no, it's not the players worth the money. You probably could have got Enzo Fernandez for 40 million. No cap, you could have got him for 40 million. Just like we probably could have got Anthony for 30 million if we weren't stupid. And we tried getting him, I don't know, 3 months in advance before that. Played our cards right. Didn't go chasing after him. And he would have crawled back anyway with a contract. That's exactly what the clubs would have done. Would have crawled back with a contract anyway. I just think it's ridiculous. I think if you paid 80 million, 70 million, then I'd say fair enough, but a bit ludicrous. Nah, you could have gone in for 40 million. I bet you could have gone in for 40 million. Nah, you could. Fabio, logically, right, this is what the clubs think, right? If any non-big team club was to go up to Benfica, yeah, and say, look, here's 40 million, they'd do it. Just because of all the publicity and chasing the player and constantly going after the player and this and that, if you just went in with a straight offer, this is this, take it or leave it, walk out, they'd end up coming back to you anyway. Yeah, no, I'm off now, boys, anyway. Because I am going to watch the Chelsea game, and me and Slay will have that little stupid debate for a bit. Probably Fabio as well, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you boys have a great day. And I'll see you boys on the next stream, which will probably be next Friday. And I will put a schedule out for that. But if any of you have got any questions or need any help, just DM me on Twitter, which I will link in the description on a post when I can get a chance to do it. And also just go and message on that new post I've done. Right. Anyway, boys, have a good day. See you boys later. Peace.